Virgo, we've got one. So look, you have the Ten of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. These three cards right here is all about you, Virgos, experiencing being metaphorically stabbed in the back by people that you trust, right? Ten of Swords. And Four of Swords now is about how you will come up on out of that, right? Not wallowing in that anymore, right? Not wallowing in that, right? I know a lot of us Virgos go through heartbreak, when it comes to people that we love, because we get devoted, but a lot of people are not really devoted to us. We share that with Pisces. Pisces is the zodiac sign of disappointment. A lot of times when it comes to Pisces, we have to talk about it because Virgo is the exact opposite of Pisces. We get it from Pisces. Not disappointing a Pisces and being there for a Pisces when it matters really matters to a Pisces, because they spend so much time in their life being very disappointed too. And this is what I mean when I say you think that Venus is one way when in actuality it really isn't, because Pisces is exalted in Venus. It's at its the most, you know what I'm saying? The most, in Western astrology, the highest point of Venus is when it's in Pisces. It's the highest zodiac sign that Venus can aspire to be in. And it's terrible in Pisces. Still, why? Because even though it's an exaltation, it goes to show you that the way that people perceive and express love is dysfunctional. It's disrespectful. It's dysfunctional. It's broken. It doesn't work. Part of the reason why Mercury goes into retrograde is to teach us how to stop being so stupid, right? So the thing about it is that us as Virgos, the Three of Pentacles represents us now doing the things that we need to do, that what matters to us, right? So making good decisions for ourselves instead of thinking about what somebody else is doing. More so thinking about what we need to do and how we need to get our own situation on track, and why we got to stop, you know what I mean? What we need to do to make ourselves more content and happy by ourselves. Because a lot of times if we leave it to these dysfunctional individuals to assist us in our own happiness, we gonna be dejected. We're gonna be down in the dumps. So the High Priestess represents, just like Aquarius, getting back into things and hobbies that we loved as a child, that we're now starting to pick up and actually do. Me personally, I like Beyblading. I like, you know what I mean? Like I as a child, I used to be a big Beyblader. I even went to the World Championships when I was around 11 going on 12, the summer of 2003, right? So I was 11 going on 12. I even went to the World Championships in Times Square. And, it was a great thing. But the thing about it is that that's something that I had as my own childhood. And now when a lot of you Virgos are starting to get back into the things that you are interested in, those are the things that keep you the most grounded, because you don't have to worry about people playing games with you, upsetting you, trying to get you down in the dumps, all these psychological, nonsensical games, all of this unwarranted and stupid disrespect. You ain't got to worry about any of that. It's you and the universe. It's you and the divine. It's you and God. It's you and whatever it is that you want to call it. So now it's like you get more in touch with yourself because of that, and a more sense of relaxation in how everything is going to work out now that you're starting to get yourselves back into the hobbies that you used to be into when you were a child. Comic books, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. These are just some of the things that I've been interested in. So the things that the Nine of Cups is about, how since that's the case, this is more so about, again, your own journey and what it is that you want to do. And the Nine of Cups shows a huge sense of contentment, because it's like, again, people show us their toxicity whenever it is that us as Virgos come around. And we experience bad luck whenever it is that we end up coming around other people, because they're not as smart as a lot of Virgos, and they're not trying to be. They're as ignorant as only who knows what, and they don't care. They want to wallow and continue to be stupid and prideful, confident on top of it. So the thing is that the Six of Wands and the Ace of Swords now represents, as a result of this, us as Virgos, we have to remind ourselves every now and again to move forward, even though we may want significant others and friends and stuff like this, but we end up being the odd man out, or the odd person out, because of it. And then the Queen of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Temperance now is about how, since that's the case, we're really in a situation where now that we're still going through this transformative time, but the Queen of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Temperance is about, but at the same time, we're learning more about ourselves as we are living, right? As we are getting into the things that we loved as children, right? As we loved as little ones coming up. We're learning more about ourselves, about what keeps us focused. And when the chips are down, really what puts us in a good place, right? In a good space. And we're learning that a lot of that stuff really doesn't have anything to do with another person per se being there. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. Right? Now the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Wands is about how, it represents other people, but it's like, kind of you Virgos cutting those people out. Like, they're not there for the right reasons. They're there to cause mischief. They're like Sneeko. Stupid. And Sneeko's a Virgo himself. They're as goofy as Sneeko is, giving all of us Virgos a bad name. Stupid, caught up playing with his nose, all sorts of dumb stuff, big doofus. So the thing about the Queen of Wands now is, to clarify the Queen of Wands, you have the Fool, then you have the Two of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles, and you have the Hierophant, which is about, again, it represents other people and how, people just don't care how they interact with you. But you care, because it's you who got to take all that stuff in. You're the one that's receiving it. So the Three of Pentacles now and the Hierophant is all about how, as you Virgos get back to more of what your nature is, getting back to your old hobbies and enjoying your lives more. The Hierophant represents, that creates that deeper connection with the divine, and it cuts out all of the envious people in the first place. So a lot of those envious people, ultimately, they really having a hard time, because how are they going to get at you if they can't get at you, right? They can't get at you. They don't know where you are. They can't even find you, Virgos, right? You stand out of the way. The answer is they're not going to be able to get at you, right? So let's clarify the Temperance. Let's clarify the Temperance. Six of Wands, Chariot, Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess. Right? The Six of Wands and the Chariot, because most people are not really built for it anyway. So a lot of you Virgos, it's always the flip. It's always, when you trying to be cool with somebody, people don't know how to reach out. Then when you stay out of the way, people are like, how come you're not around? What are you talking about? Most people are not going to be around there anyway, because most people are dysfunctional. They know what's going on, but they intentionally give you the opposite of whatever it is that you're looking for. And a lot of you Virgos know that. So it's like, look, you Virgos are making the decision for people. You're staying out of the way. You're taking the decision out of their hands. And a lot of people can't honestly take it anymore. That's really what's going on. Everybody always has these stupid assumptions about what Virgo is and what Virgo is doing. Listen, if a Virgo has anything to any of the cross watchers, right? If a Virgo has anything to say to you, they'll say it to you. If a Virgo If a Virgo wants to hang around you, they'll call you. They'll tell you that. If a Virgo is dedicated to you, they will be there for you. If a Virgo does not like you, if their heart is in the correct place, they'll stay away from you. It's not that hard. But when it comes to Virgos, Virgos have a terrible rap sheet. You know what I'm saying? Like, Virgos be having a terrible rap sheet from people constantly throwing dirt on our name, and they don't even know about the zodiac sign of Virgo. They don't even know. They don't know what we think of, how we think, what goes on with us internally. They don't know that us as Virgos, we want self-improvement, so we hold ourselves way more accountable than what anyone else out there do, and that we're hard on ourselves for a reason, because we're striving to be as good as we possibly can be and as well-rounded as we can be. Industrious, kind to people person, but yet at the same time, we still have time for ourselves, healthy, and all of that stuff requires a schedule. A lot of the times people don't know about that type of stuff. A lot of times people will be so prejudiced as to what we got going on and constantly bashing us and calling us players, all this other type of stuff. Like, yes, there are Virgos who can play, and we do have that in us. But that's what it is that I'm talking about. It comes down to personal choice. So when somebody is dealing with a Virgo, and any of you Virgos can let me know in the comment section, but when you dealing with the Virgo and a Virgo is trying to ultimately be in a monogamous relationship with you, and you constantly telling a Virgo about how the Virgo themselves, which has no intention on playing you, is going to play you, you don't think that would be a turnoff? Like I said before, there's a lot of mentally ill people running around, yo. So the thing is that us as Virgos basically made that decision for them. So, and like I said, the High Priestess represents we out. You got the High Priestess twice. You got it in a confirmation, right? Or clarification to be more exact, right? And then you got it in the actual main board of itself, the main course. And you got the High Priestess twice, which means that we out. Because I'm a Virgo myself and I have a Pisces ascendant. We out. We not into the goofy stuff. You either rocking with us or you're not. If you're not rocking with us, okay. But stop trying to waste our time smiling up in our face, acting like you really about that life. You really can be trusted and you really loyal, and knowing good and well that you're not.